world of YouTube. Tearful Sight here with another elevator test that I was fortunate enough to get to. As you can see in the video here, every time I find an elevator, I do the same exact thing that Alisa Lam would do. Pretty much like putting my body in between the doors, pressing the buttons. The basics of what the video of her shows. If anybody joining, check out my other tested elevator videos. But what it nails down to, and what I come with my conclusion is, I believe this woman was murdered. And that's the thing with police investigations. They only settle with what they want to settle with if they don't want to, keep it going. And this fact, they're drugs, pills, or whatever, and suicide is what led Alisa Lam to take herself up to the top roof. Mind you, the damn door wedged and would be hard to push open. A big heavy lid that would need a big powerful man to pull open. And, but yet she made it up there. She jumped in the tank and she killed herself. Even though the body shows that she did not drown in that tank. I mean, no, what was that? No, not drowned. It was some screwed up thing. I forget what that was. But all in all, and mind you, the door that she went through would have sounded off a damn alarm. So, with the speculations in this case and how friggin' bizarre it is, I mean, it's just insane to even think this woman went up there and killed herself. No goddamn way, when the Cecil Hotel is probably one of the most notorious serial killer housing, yeah, that's right, unit. And I think there was more in that building. People that wanted to follow in other people's footsteps, including the puke stalker, jerk stalker, night stalker, Menares, or whatever friggin' jerk's name is, thinking he was soldiering the devil. But I would have loved to meet that man face to face. Oh, I would have loved to meet that man face to face, or any serial killer face to face. These pansies, these wussies, these little weasels that just take victim to people that have, no sense of street smarts or fighting skills or a killer instinct. Weak in the innocent. But all in all, the elevator test is very crucial in this case, because as you see in the original video, and I'm sure it's still up, that she hops in and out, taps on them buttons, 1, 2, 3, 4, trying to get another floor to shut the door. And as you see in my video, I tap on the button and the thing immediately shuts. Look, boom, bang, 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 shuts. Now, that ain't no different than going around the friggin' board like she was, trying to hit buttons in the door state. It's only common sense. I believe that someone literally shut that floor down with a power box. I believe that there was a power box. And correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm sure I'm right when I say this, that they gotta have shut-off power on each floor for the elevator, just in case, they need to do something. I mean, I'm sure they got 2 elevators there. Hell, maybe even 4. But I'm sure they shut them elevators down individually if they have to, if there's something wrong on that floor. I mean, that's exactly what I think happened. Whatever it be, someone that was a maintenance guy that lived there, or was a maintenance guy, or someone that just maybe talked to the maintenance guy and figured out how to do stuff, unless even if they were an employee of the place at the time, other than a maintenance guy. But, whatever the case may be, this elevator, like I said, when she's sitting there, and this, I can tell you, I mean, I think this is like an older elevator, not up to date, so. And actually, I was in another elevator the other day, but I couldn't do a video because it was too much, traffic. But I'll tell you, that friggin' elevator, that was a real old elevator. And the doors, as I was watching them close, were very like, making noises and just, so I mean, but it literally, it didn't take long for it to shut. But that's the thing with elevators, and anybody who wants to try when they get on an elevator, if they can, to, keep that video in your mind of Alisa Lam, that she was tapping on buttons. She was jumping in and out, waiting for the door to close, and it would not close. So, I mean, well, what are they going to say? She was doped up on her meds or didn't take her medication for her depression, and she went out there and she couldn't have screwed with that goddamn elevator. There's no question asked. Let alone there's a switch to shut the elevator off to alert, right, for an emergency. But if that had happened, then don't you think that someone would have been rushing up there to see what's wrong with their elevator? I mean, whatever the case may be, that door would not close. And when she did happen to walk out of plain sight for the last time for anybody to see, then you watch the doors go, it's like, what the And it didn't take that long after she left that elevator. I mean, there's been speculations and shadow figures they've seen. And I mean, if that's the case, I mean, ghosts in that hotel, I can tell you, probably rampant wild in that place. So, I mean, whether or not a supernatural force was holding them doors open, I mean, that could be the thing, too. And that could be why she was acting weird. But then again, when I look at that video, too, and they show her standing up against the wall like she was looking in that elevator like someone was chasing her, I still say that face does not look like hers. It looks like another woman. So, all in all, whatever happened that time on that elevator, whether it be just someone looking like her and they killed her already, but trying to, play the, law enforcement off as a fool that was her. She's in the elevator. She's acting funny. It took a lot of thinking and planning for this person to say, I mean, they must have had to have known she was on meds. I mean, they would have to have known that if she was on meds, just play that card of her being, what she would be like off meds, not taking them. So, I mean, with that being said, there's no way that someone could have known she was on meds to make her do all this funky stuff. And, play, play the part of the, being the stunt double, as we'll call it. But, Body Double. Great movie. I love that movie, man. I love that movie. If anybody hadn't seen that, with the building up on the stilts in the hills of California. Oh, I love that view when that scene comes up, man. But, yeah, the body double, playing the body double of Alisa Lam. That's what I think in some ways happened too, but I mean, all in all, this is a bizarre case, and I'm sure they're still not even looking to see. It would be saying it's too late to even see if someone messed around and who was there at the time and, you know, who had access to this elevator to shut it down is the question. Whether it'd be on that floor or not, I mean, there could have been like some type of I'm sure there's maybe some type of an electrical room up there too. So, I mean, hey, you know, it's something to think about. And as you watch this video, keep playing and playing, and I keep kicking that leg through the door, and it opens and it closes. I'm tapping on the button. Why did not that elevator not shut is the big key question in that case to me. So, I mean, I just can't wrap my head around why them doors didn't shut. It's insane. It's totally insane. And for them to keep it as a suicide, well, they're wrong. They're dead wrong. Someone's dead, and someone was murdered. And this elevator part, man, like I say, every time I get into a new elevator, I'm messing with the damn. I don't give a shit. I mean, the other day it was too much traffic, but usually I don't care, man. I'm playing with that elevator when I get there. I got the camera up, put the video on, and I'm trying every elevator I can get to see, you know, if this malfunctions or stays open. And it don't, as you can see. So that means that elevator was, where Alisa Lam was tampered with. No doubt about it. Not a friggin' thing in my mind will not let anybody tell me different. With that being said, be safe, take care, and always beware, folks. Always beware, especially when you're in a known serial killer hotel. And the other one that wants to say, oh, I want to be this guy. Yeah, you want to be this guy, you stupid schmuck. Whatever that guy was doing at that time of Alisa Lam's death, right? I'd like to know who he was really thinking and copying. POS. But till that next video, folks, out.